Okay, hello. I'm going to make just a really brief video, maybe 20 minutes or so, specifically for springtime, just to get us moving. We're going to warm up our spine and do a couple of sun salutations and then do a little bit of a shoulder and hip opener. We're going to call it Springtime Scramble. I can credit, I believe, Whitney at Balance 30A for showing me this hip motion, which I think she called it Stir the Pot. We're going to call it Scramble the Eggs. It's where you get your hips going in all directions. And then there's a woman named Susanna who teaches at LA Fitness here in Roswell. And she did this thing like you're holding an egg. So I have here an actual hollow egg. I haven't really tried it, so we may lose the egg. But we're going to do a little shoulder opener with that. So let's get going. First of all, we're going to just sit. Maybe rock from side to side so your hips get really rooted. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, close your eyes. Pull your low belly in and feel like somebody's pulling you up from those bones right behind your ears. And just inhale and exhale for a couple of breaths. So as spring gets going, our schedules get busier, the days get longer. There's tons of growth and energy. But it's also important to ground ourselves. So I invite you to enrich your mind, body, spirit practice in this brief yoga session by choosing something or someone to set as your intention. It could be a way that you are hoping you will grow this season, or perhaps it's a prayer, a moving prayer for someone else. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, bow your head. So your next inhale, you're going to take your right ear to your right shoulder. Keep your nose pointing forward. Exhale, chin to the chest, and then inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Doesn't really matter which side, just keep moving. One more time. Ear to the shoulder, ear to the shoulder. And then we're going to deepen that. So you're going to go forward a little bit and around to the other side. Ear to the shoulder, forward a little bit. You can do this with a completely straight spine, right? There's no need to round. Just starting to feel the hips and the spine. So then we're going to take it into a twist. Next time you get to this side, gently twist. Roll it around to the other side. Gently twist, maybe sweep your arms forward. And one more time. Good. And then just come on to all fours. We'll do a little gentle cat-cow. Move my blanket out of the way. Spread your fingers wide. You're going to tilt your pelvis, lift the crown of the head, inhaling. Puff out the chest, start from the tailbone, drop the tailbone, soften the elbows, and then exhale. Push away from the mat, drop your head. Gently arching, inhale. Hollowing out, exhale. As if you're holding the egg in your mid-back. And then hollowing out. One more time. Good. Maybe take your knees a little bit wider. Make sure your big toes are together and rock your hips back towards your heels. Setting up for a nice, relaxing child's pose. So this deep forward fold is going to help engage the parasympathetic nervous system. If your head doesn't hit the ground, maybe grab hold of a block. Maybe rock from side to side. And then come on back to stillness. Push your fingertips into the mat so the backs of your palms are up in the air. Your elbows are straight. Stretching those shoulders. And then keep those little spider hands. Walk your hands over to one side. Keep pulling the opposite hip back. And then as you exhale, drop your palms to the mat, one on top of the other. Get a nice stretch in the side body. Make those little spider hands. Crawl your spider over to the other side. Stack one hand on top of the other and pull that opposite hip back. One more deep exhale. And come on back to center. Good. Back up to all fours. So we're going to do one puppy dog stretch. I'm going to back up a little bit. So my hips are still right over my knees, right? And I'm going to walk my arms way forward, keeping my elbows up just like we did. And drop your chin to your chest and let your forehead rest. Maybe your shoulders are feeling nice and open and you can lift your head and let your chin drop. Keep those arms straight and the breath steady. Good, then come on up to all fours. Good. So right away we're going to go to sun salutation. So curl your toes under, lift your hips, right? Just slowly and gently walk yourself in from that downward dog. Maybe hang in a forward fold for a few breaths. You could hold elbow to elbow. So on an exhale, you're going to drop your hips, rest your hands on your thighs, reach the crown of the head out long, pull your low belly in, straighten your legs, come on up to standing, inhale your arms to the sky, and exhale your hands to your heart. So just two easy sun salutations with a warrior two, okay? So you're going to come to the front of your mat, wherever that is, inhaling arms to the sky, exhaling, sweep your hands down through your center, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up, fingertips on the shins. Exhaling, bend the knees. Take the left leg way up. Take your right leg way back in high lunge. Left, right, whichever. And then you're going to turn that heel down and inward, setting up for warrior two. So you have heel to arch alignment, forearm on the thigh, and then sweep the arm around, keeping a deep bend in that front knee. Maybe we can get our hips nice and open, and our thigh might come parallel to the floor. Just a couple breaths here, right? Exhaling, sweep yourself back to that high lunge. Just for a breath, plant that hand, inhaling toward the front leg in a twist. Exhaling, hands to the mat. Inhaling, top of a push-up plank, so either on your knees or your toes. I'll do this one on my knees. Exhaling, chest and chin to the mat, and then let your hips drop down. And right away, inhale to gentle cobra. Exhaling, forehead to the mat. Reverse your push-up. This one on the knees. Exhale, downward dog. So we're going to come back to that warrior. Inhaling, leg to the sky. Exhaling, pull the knee towards the nose. Plant the foot. Turn the heel foot down and inward. Back to warrior two. And then take a reverse warrior. And then interlace your hands behind your back, get nice and long, and exhale, bow toward that front knee in a peaceful warrior. Right from here, frame that foot, plant your hands, lift that back heel again, inhaling all the way up to halfway up, flat back. Exhaling, dive. Inhaling, arms to the sky, and exhaling, hands to the heart. I'm going to go to the other side of my mat so that I'm still facing you, right? When I do the other leg. Inhaling, arms to the sky. Exhaling, sweep yourself down the center line, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale the other leg, back to high lunge. Make sure you keep that knee over ankle alignment. Turn the back heel down and in, forearm to the thigh. And then sweep the other arm around. So check in with your hips, see if you can go a little deeper, working on getting that thigh parallel to the ground. So to do that, you have to widen your stance. Nice. Then inhale and exhale, windmill yourself back around, top of a push-up plank. Inhale,
This one I'm going to do on the toes. You rock forward a little bit. Exhaling chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or maybe up dog. Remember, you're your own best teacher. Exhaling to down dog. Inhaling leg to the sky. Maybe come back to that intention that you set. Exhaling, pull the knee to the nose and hover. Plant the foot, come back to that warrior two.
Right. Stay nice and deep and reverse your warrior. And then center your shoulders over your hips, interlace your hands behind your back, get long. And exhale, peaceful warrior.
I think we forgot to do our twist on this side. Frame the foot. Right, you're going to plant the hand. Inhaling, twist to that front leg. Exhaling, hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway up, all the way to flat back. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, reverse the dive. And exhale, hands to the heart. So it's always a good idea to do a one-legged balance practice, right? Great for our bones. So come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Shift your weight into one leg. Find something that's not moving in front of you. Decide where you want to put your foot, maybe in the calf, maybe in the upper thigh. Use your drishti, that steady focus, and your breath. Grow your tree if you want. Drop the tailbone. Soften the jaw. Put a smile on your face. It's spring. And exhale, hands to the heart. Plant your foot in mountain pose again. You might already be feeling more energy and clarity. Shift your weight to the other side. Set your gaze. Use your breath. And exhaling, bring your hands to your heart. Nice. So we're going to come back to seated now. All right. And we're going to do this egg thing, right? First we'll work on the shoulders a little bit. So I've got my egg. I'm going to hold it in the palm of my hand. So just mirror me, right? You're going to take it forward and out and around to the side. And then don't drop your egg. Take it up and over your head. So try and keep your spine straight. I'm cheating with my thumb a little. Ooh, there it goes. Ha, lucky for me, my mat's off. Let's try it again. Arm overhead, right? Ooh, take it out long. Turn it around. Bring it forward. Let's try that a couple times more. See if I can cheat less. Ah, my shoulder's getting a little more open with each turn. Or maybe I'm just getting better at using my hand. Feels really good on my shoulder though, right? Let's do one more with this arm. Hold that egg, don't lose it. Good. So let's try the other side. The other arm might be completely different. Take it forward and around, up and over. Keep it in your palm. Stir it behind you and bring it forward and around. Keep it upright. Ah. Scoop it under. A couple more this side. You have a habit of sticking your tongue out when you do something hard. I bet your tongue's sticking out right now. All right. So now we're going to do both arms at once. I'm just going to set the egg down. So try not to overthink it, right? We just start one arm sooner than the other. There we go. The brain teaser. good as a crossword puzzle. Keep breathing. Do it one more time. Maybe reverse. That's kind of where I lose it. And shake it out. All scrambled up. Good job. All right, now we're going to scramble the egg with our hips, okay? So you're going to come onto all fours and come into a low lunge. Bring one leg forward and then walk it out to the edge of your mat. Then you're going to walk your hands away from that foot. So if your body were a clock face, your foot is like at 11 o'clock and your hands are at like 2 o'clock. So keep the spine long and use the low belly. Shouldn't be any pain in the knees or anywhere else for that matter. And then you're just going to start to circle your hips. Find the outer back edge. And then find the outer front edge. And sweep all the way around in a circle. So keep that front foot planted. Just see if you can find all the corners of the hip joints. And one more in this direction. When you get to the front, we'll switch and go around the other way. And keep that foot planted. It'll help protect the knee. Good. Nice. And release. So bring your hands back to the mat. Walk your foot forward. Nice. And come on back to all fours. So maybe just stand up on your hips. Notice one side and the other side. So I'm going to turn around so that my back is not to you. Bring the other foot forward. So the foot goes out. Now the foot's out at like 1 o'clock. I'm going to bring my hands around to about 10 o'clock on the clock face, right? It might feel really different. So then you're going to scoop around, find all the corners of the hip joints. Move with your breath. Front foot stays planted. And then go in the other direction. Keep the spine long. Nice. Bring your knees back, hands back. Put your big toes together, rock your hips back towards your heels, and take a nice long child's pose again. And maybe just notice if you feel any different than the first one. This is great for calming the body, activating the parasympathetic nervous system, kind of counteracting all that growth and energy. On an inhale, come on up to all fours. On an exhale, you're going to stretch yourself out on the mat for a belly shavasana. So I'm going to invite you to point your toes, get your feet comfortable, and then make some kind of a pillow for your head with your hands. I've got mine, I've made a little diamond for my forehead. Spread your elbows out wide so your collarbones are wide. Once again, coming back to that intention that you set, or that moving prayer. Exhaling out a breath of growth and wellness. And take a few moments to relax your shoulders, relax your hips, and just breathe. Feel your body heavy. Make any adjustments that you need to be comfortable. as deeply as you can this time, feeling the spine, get a massage. Exhale out. And bring your elbows close together under your shoulders. All right. So, have that nice, gentle relaxation to get ourselves moving again. You're going to push the tops of the feet into your mat. Get a little Sphinx pose here. So back bends are going to be energizing. Getting yourself ready to move again. Then we're going to come back up to all fours. So push into your elbows, curl your toes under, lift your hips. For one breath, feel your spine really, really long on the inhale. And exhale everything out. Relax the shoulders and the hips. And then just come on to seated. Perhaps closing your eyes again. Resting your hands on your thighs, palms facing up. Integrating all that great energy that you've created into your body. Inhale deeply. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Bowing your head, your own heart, for showing up to be your best self so that you can be your best self for others in this energetic time. The spirit in me honors the spirit in you. Thanks for supporting me. Namaste.